Have you ever wondered, what's the real cause of illness and disease? It's not being honest with yourself. That is the number one cause of illness, disease, and dysfunction in our society. Is all of us humans are not walking around being honest with ourselves, owning our stories, owning our behavior, our actions, our thoughts. We're all just masking and pretending. The stories that we tell ourselves based on our most intimate relationships, whether it's friendship, family relationships, romantic partnerships, those stories can run our life and run our behavior. But if we're not honest with ourselves about how we are feeling and then give the opportunity to the people that we love and care about to be honest with them, we are missing out on the goodness of life. What if we're all little puzzle pieces and we have to communicate in order to get the additional puzzle pieces? No one person has the full story. We have to be able to connect with others, but connect from an honest and truthful place. When we are operating from these wounded and distorted and twisted narratives that we have about ourselves, we don't give the right people the chance to show up for us. We put a block up. We repeat these karmic loops based off of our past without giving the present a chance to prove something differently. We have to allow the present, no matter what you've been through in the past, to prove something differently. I have been through it all. I have been through my mom abandoning me, leaving when I was 7. My dad was emotionally manipulative. I married a man who was very similar and caused a lot of psychological damage to myself and purposely caused a lot of self-esteem issues for me. I've had a lot of weird friendships. I've had money issues. I've had eating disorders. I have had it all. But none of that is going to dictate who I am today. It's not going to change me. All of what I experienced with those other people was truly a projection of how they felt about themselves on the inside. But because I didn't have the chance as a child to develop my sense of self, I was too busy caretaking for everybody else. So being honest with myself was difficult. It was something that I had to learn how to do. Being honest with other people was never a challenge for me necessarily. I have always been honest, probably not always done the most tactfully or in the best ways, but I have been honest with other people. And in my family, in my marriage, with other friendships, it has backfired. So, of course, the lesson in that to me is, well, you can't be honest with other people. That's the story that I could tell myself. But I don't want to tell myself that story. I want to tell myself that I can be honest with the right people. And if I am honest with somebody and telling them how I feel, whether it's how much I care for them or they hurt me, and it's received in a way that doesn't reflect the kind of relationship that I require, then I have every right to walk away from that. But I am providing that other person the chance. Like I said, I was always honest with other people, but not always honest with myself. And I wasn't. I didn't have room to be honest with myself. When I was honest with other people about what I wanted, I would be told that I wanted a fairy tale, that, the life that I wanted wasn't real. It was a fairy tale. And I was force fed that for well over 20 years. You lose part of yourself. You lose that honest, truthful part of yourself, and then it can take time to get it back. But I want to encourage everybody to be honest with themselves. What are the stories that you're telling yourself? Are they real? Are you giving the people in your life an opportunity to hold space for your honesty and maybe even help correct the narrative that you're telling yourself? Because maybe the narrative that you're telling yourself with that person isn't true. You're just projecting onto them stories of the past. The only way to break these karmic loops is to break up with the stories of the past. Not everyone is your mom and dad. Not everybody is that weird friend. Not everybody is that romantic partner that didn't see you. And honestly, if they didn't see you, it's because you didn't see yourself. It's all a reflection of what's happening in here. So when we're honest with what's happening in here, then we can identify the pattern in our external environment and work to correct that. But part of the process is talking to yourself in a loving, kind, encouraging, compassionate way. I have always been very complimentary. It is a part of my DNA. My mom used to say, we'd walk down the street and I just would compliment everybody. I think some people think that maybe it's false, but it's not. Like, I genuinely see the beauty in people the same way I see the beauty in all of God's creations, like the sunset and the ocean and the mountains, all of that. Like, I can see that in people as well. It's not fake, like, it's what I'm here to do. We all need people in our life that will speak to us in the way that God would have spoken to us: loving, kind, compassionate. Am I supposed to be that for every person on the planet? No, I am not. I will know who's assigned to me based on if I can be honest with them. Can I be honest with you about my feelings? Are you going to hold space for that? Are you going to project onto me your own bullshit? Because if that's the relationship, then I know that you're not my assignment, you're somebody else's, and that's fine. Like, I've definitely learned the art of detachment. All of us have unique gifts and abilities, and mine is definitely pouring love into the people around me. It is my energy, it is my sauce. I'm not for everybody, and thank God for that. That would be overwhelming. But I am for the right people. And I was talking to another girlfriend this morning. Kids are finally back to school, which is why I can film in other parts of my house. I have not had all of my children out of my house since May of 2025. So I somewhat don't know what to do with myself, but all the moms were out this morning and chatting, and then I was texting a few other moms, but I was talking to another girlfriend and I was trying to encourage her to get on her game and really shine her light because she's got a bright one. And she said, I just feel like the market's too saturated for me. And I said, you're unique. Therefore, it's not possible to have an oversaturation of you. There's only one of you. There's only one of me. And while there are a lot of people talking about astrology and spirituality, and as an Aquarius, sometimes I really don't like that. Like, the collective consciousness thing kind of bugs me because I'll say something and then whether it's the algorithm, frequency, or what have you, I'll be attuned to other creators who are literally saying the same message, and I don't like it. I'm an Aquarius, like, I don't like that. But that is the collective consciousness. So while yes, it could feel like there's an oversaturation in my niche, there's only one of me. There's only one person that God designed just like me to be somebody totally unexpected, not at all what you thought I would be. And that's part of it is, are you going to treat this regular schmegular person like she's a divine being? It's part of the test, right? I am just regular schmegular, but I am a divine being also, as is everyone else. There are some NPCs, but that's another story. We all are divine beings with unique sauce and abilities, and the way that we communicate and the stories that we tell and just the energy that we share is unique. And having people in your life that stifle that is by design. That is spiritual warfare. The more of us that light up and shine, the brighter the world gets. So if you have stories that are running through your head that are telling you you're not good enough, you need to work harder, you need to be something different or look something different, I am here to tell you that is all a lie. That is not true. You have to love yourself honestly. And if there are things that you need to change and work on and grow, accept that and do the work from a loving place. You're not doing the work because you want to shame yourself into being better. You're doing the work because you know that you deserve better, that you are here on a divine mission from God. And that requires you to show up as yourself, your best self, not your stressed self, your best peaceful, calm, if that's your energy. Not everybody's energy is peaceful and calm. Some people, their energy brings the heat, and we need that. If everybody was Zen all the time, we might not have the action starters that we need. We need the catalysts, we need the action starters, we need those people. We all have unique codes. And at the core of you, there is nothing that needs to change. Not your height, not your weight, not your bank account, not your skin color, not your eye color, not the way that you express yourself. None of it. What if the thing that you hate about yourself the most is the thing that gives other people permission to love themselves, gives other people permission to feel joy, to feel sadness, to own their anger? There are other content creators out there that are preach rage and preach this feminine rage. And I'm all for that. By all means, get it out. It's better out than in when done safely and not harming other people, obviously. That's not me. I can't live in anger. I cannot live and fight all the time. Like, I can't. I have kids to raise. Like, I have to be peaceful and calm. I have to have faith and surrender. That is my lesson. That is the direction of my soul's growth. For other people, their soul's growth might be outward expression of their feelings. They're here to let their feelings out. And maybe they have to do it for themselves, or maybe they have to do it for their children so their children know it's okay to have a range of emotions. But if we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people and stories that were not truly written for us, we miss chapters. We live a life that's not truly for us. It is time. It is time to take our truth and our power back. We are far more capable just on an energetic level than we can even imagine. We let the limitation and the logic of our mind and this 3D reality dictate what we think is possible for us. I want to be somebody that tells you there is so much more possible within you, within life, within your community, within love, within relationships, within your connection to God. Be honest with yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your connection to the divine. No matter what you have done, God comes for the outsiders. He comes for the flawed. He comes for the sinners. Those are the people he is coming for. Those are the people he wants to save. But are you ready to walk with him? Are you ready to believe in the truth of your own divinity? It's never been outside of you. It's always been within you. Wild. And it's okay if it's taking you a while to figure it out. We needed that time of processing, of seeing things from a different angle, of living a life that wasn't ours, so we can adamantly and vehemently go after the life that is. Nothing is a mistake, not a delay, not a wrong decision. Keep going. Keep fighting for the life you want. And keep being honest.